leave Port Charles. It's my decision to stay in Mexico. I need to figure out my own life, be on my own.
You know you're not alone. You do have a family.
Yeah, but if I stay here, I won't hurt them anymore.
They've been waiting for you to come out of that coma for a year, Michael.
It was a big disappointment when I did.
You know that's not true.
I'm glad that you and Sam showed up for Christina's sake. You guys can get her home safe. But, I mean, if you think you can make me go.
I'm not here to force you to go back.
Spinelli told us a few days ago when we checked in with him. He said that Mom said that she forced Claudia off the road, that she was too tired and upset, and she'd accidentally swerved into Claudia's car. She's basically taking full responsibility.
Lying. I'm the one who forced Claudia off the road that night.
I know.
I'm not some kind of angle to get me to come home.
You know I don't play you, Michael.
I know. Yeah, that was a cheap shot.
I would like you to hear me out before you make your final decision.
Well, listen, but I already know what I'm doing.
Okay. You did not run Claudia off the road. And the cops aren't looking for you anymore.
You figured out some way to cover it up, didn't you?
Alexis confessed, and the cops have the evidence to confirm that.
I thought it was me. I thought... I lost my cool completely. Like, my head was gonna explode. I thought my baby brother died because I'm out of control.
You don't have to blame yourself anymore, and you definitely don't have to hide.
Then I can stay right here and live my life the way I want.
I knew you were the driver of the car the night of the accident by the way you were acting.
If you knew, why would you let Mom take the blame?
I was out of town when Mom confessed to the accident. And by the way, your story is the only one that contradicts anything that's going on. You did have a fight with your boyfriend, didn't you?
Let me get this straight. Mom confesses and everyone just believes her?
The police found paint chips on the side of Claudia's car that came from one of the hybrids, and not the one that Mom was driving, but the spare one.
The one I was driving. I'm feeling so awful about Michael carrying around all the guilt.
Yeah, but Michael made that assumption. That is not your fault.
I told him I could have been the one who caused the accident, and he told me not to say anything. He said he would just stay in Cancun and take all the blame.
Really? And you were just gonna let him?
I don't pretend.
You should understand what I'm going through. It's you. After your accident, you didn't fit right back into your old life, so you got a new one. Why shouldn't I get a new one too?
Are we really going to sit here and compare brain damage? Because I had no memory. I didn't feel connected to anybody. I thought I was alone, so you know what? I figured I would go out and do whatever the hell I wanted to do and not hurt anybody, but that wasn't the case.
So did you feel sorry about leaving the Quartermains?
I'm sorry that I hurt him the way that I did, and I'll regret it for the rest of my life. I just don't want you to make the same mistakes I made. I don't want you to regret hurting your family, especially Morgan.
Morgan? Morgan's better off without me. If I go home, I'll be around a bunch of people who feel nothing but sorry for me. You know, I want a life where getting shot doesn't define you.
It doesn't have to define you. You have people who love you, who care about you, who need you.
You want to bring me home for Mom, you can't stand a failure. It's my life.
And that's why it has to be your choice.
It wasn't my idea for Michael to confess. Being here, being on the run, that was all Michael's idea.
And you were just going along for the ride.
Claudia was the one who lost her baby that night. When I heard about it, I felt horrible.
Yeah, but you didn't feel horrible enough to tell me the truth when I asked you about it, or to go to the police, or to tell Michael, for crying out loud. You know how much guilt that kid is carrying around.
Michael knows the truth now, and it's up to him to decide what he wants to do.
What about you? Because you don't have an opinion.
You've said Mom handled it.
No, I said Mom confessed. This is far from handled.
She's not in jail or anything, right?
You know, when I was a kid, I had no problem letting other people take blame for the mistakes I made. I would just keep my mouth shut and walk along.
But I can't? Is that what you're saying?
Well, we already talked about this, Christina. The first lie leads to bigger lies, and that leads to facing the consequences of your actions.
I told you I feel bad.
Hey, listen to me. me, this is not like staying past your curfew. You ran a pregnant woman off the road. You cover that up, you're gonna live with that for a really long time.
I can't risk telling.
This is not a risk. This, look at me, is the truth.
I don't get to make mistakes like that, Sam. I have college plans, everything my mom wants me to do.
You made a mistake. Lying about it, it's gonna make it so much worse.
I heard you the first 10 times. How many? This just shows me that you don't get what I'm saying.
Get what?
Mom doesn't care if I tell the truth. She cares about me staying on track and being the perfect daughter. That's why she lied. That's why she covered for me.